Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
Alright, I will save this file. Let's look at the diagnostic auditum as well. And let's also choose OK. Let's also choose the output file. Alright, let's choose the output file as well. Output file XML. And let's see what are the workers that are included there. But first let's look at the data changes, auditum. This will be very important for us to identify which are the workers who are hired in the system. So, for example, somebody has hired GK, Olivia Gould. So if you click on that, it tells you what happened. Right. So eligibility criteria is true, right? First name is GK Olivia. Last name. And then the email address, hire date, 1st of me. The position, compensation, and additional information. Can you see something carefully? Like you also did this assignment right where you were hired, Olivia Gould. What are the fields that are included in this particular that data changes audit? Did we enter only these values? What about the supervisory organization? What about the other values? Why aren't they included in this data changes audit? Why only these fields? Because we've selected only these fields. In the field attributes. Remember when we selected the fields? But these are These are the fields that we have selected. So Workday will check for changes to only these fields. This is again a very important interview question. It is also part of change detection. Like, if no changes happen to any of these fields, then your core connector will not consider that as a change. There may be other changes happening. But if there are no changes to these fields, it is not considered as a proper change. Right. So you see it compares that with the prior value, if different. So here there were no changes, but actually this entire record is new. So that is why it is part of the data changes audit. Right. So if you look at all this new workers, so these are all new hires, so that's why they have been included in the output. Now let's take a look at the tag. How do you see the numbers of the workers? So here we have 356 workers, all the workers whose eligibility criteria is true. Eligibility was exempt. So all these 356 workers have eligibility as true. So let's look at Logan McNeil. Or maybe let's look at Steve Morgan. We always look at Logan. Let's look at Steve now. If I look at Steve, so what does it say? It says no relevant changes in the worker's information were detected, and so the worker has not been included in the output document. Very clear. Now let's try to find out the worker who has been included. GK Olivia Booth right. GK Olivia Booth has been. So this here is GK Olivia Booth. Let's expand this. So here it says, changes were detected in the worker's information and the worker is eligible for inclusion in the output. The worker information has been included in the output document. Correct, and if you want to look into more details, it says it is stored in the message Audit 2 zip. So let's look at that. So it says it's in message Audit 2_1 zip. Here you have the exact information about this particular worker, which is Olivia Booth. So if you want to look at the changes, you can download. This zip file is 2_1, and you can find out more information. And of course, we have our data changes audit where you can actually see that, yes, there were changes for this particular worker. So, combining the data changes audit and the diagnostic audit, we will be able to identify why a particular worker was included versus why a worker was not included in the output. This is a very, very common, ticket, our incident that comes up in production. They will tell you to OK back at this worker to be included in the output. Please excuse me. Please check why this worker was not included. Or maybe the other way around. Why this worker was included, right? Please find out why this worker got included. We did not expect this worker to be there. Or maybe we expected the worker to be there, but the worker was not there, right? So they will ask these kind of questions. So in those cases, we will go to the event, and we will find out this diagnostic audit and the data changes audit, and we will go through that to find out why something was included versus why something was not included. Right. And then let's look at the output file as well. So I will just copy it and store it, and find local computer so that I can open it up using Notepad++. Sorry, we are opening it with Oxygen. Okay, so this is my second file. Let me increase a little bit. You see the first worker is GK Olivia Booth, but for this worker, we didn't have the gender information. So it is not there, right? It didn't have the gender information. We have the hire date, we have the position, we have the compensation although the compensation was 0, and we have the additional information. That's it. Okay, anyway, so now let's test our mapping. Right, let's test our mapping. So in that case, what will we do? We will relaunch the integration event. We will launch the integration, but we will give it a broader date criteria, right? In that way, we will be able to get more workers as part of our output. We are not going to run it between yesterday and today because we saw that we only have 6 workers. So let's run it between 1st of January 2000, in for midnight, and 1st of January 2000. I'm not saying full file. You have to find a full file. That changed. Detection doesn't work. So I selected the date range to be 1st of January 2000. Till date. So all the workers were part of GMS, like Logan McNeil's Deep Morgan match Snyder. Those workers will be included in the output file. And hopefully, since they have the gender information, we will be able to see the mapping that we have done. Okay, so it again identified the eligibility.
Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@upptalk.com.